So at the end of the day, all these programs are to help these individuals to create emotionally balanced family environments.
Yes.
No matter what.
Yeah.
When kids are older enough, if you are getting married with kids that are older enough, you can bring in the kids that we talk to.
So we also talk to them.
Yes.
How do you feel about this? How do you feel about
what
that?
What are your concerns? What's scary?
Yes. Will
Because
I be able to see my mom? Will my mom do this? Yeah.
It's not easy to be a stepchild.
No. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've subscribed, just because if you haven't, you have no way of being part of the amazing women conversation. And Keya, who you recommended, is one of those. Every time I think I found the one, and then what is the next one gonna be like? And I'm like, what? Blended Family Network. This is the woman who's helping us, number one, deal with the reality of this is how we is.
Yes.
Yes, and we've been for a while. It's been chinyamaji,
Kabisa.
But going forward, and I remember saying this probably a couple of years ago, Consumer Insight did a research that literally looked at young people and how fluid their relationships are.
Yeah.
And we're probably dealing with the first generation that will, in their lifetime, be married 3-4 times.
True.
Yeah? But with that also will come other people.
Yes.
It will.
It will.
And because you are also helping us get unstuck and do life afresh, part of that unstuck, do life afresh will probably end up giving us a blended family.
Yeah.
But I guess why I'm fascinated by what you do is that for you it starts where? Because you told me there's got to be a premarital counseling for.
Yeah. You need to plan for your step family.
Yes.
Yes. You need to plan as a couple for your step family. In fact, if there are couples that need preparation, couples in going into step families need it more
than anybody else.
Anybody else.
Because these are other lives, other emotions already at play.
Yes. The ball game is totally different. Life and dynamics of step family living is totally different from the other families.
True.
Yeah. That does not make it bad.
No.
Because at times when people,
different.
when people, somehow we do not embrace difference.
Oh yeah.
We actually always want to fit in as a people. And I'm not talking about just blended families, in so many things.
Who are you telling me? Kenya has been trying to get me into a box, and they're like, why doesn't she just fit into? And then years later, they're like, okay, you know what? She's weird, but it's okay, it's good.
So you see,
I have watched everybody try to box me, like, just, if you just could get into this box, we'll be happier with you. I'm like,
But you see, it has gotten us time to get it, because people don't get different. However, my take is, for you who is getting into different, get different.
Get different.
Get
the
difference.
Please, somebody tweet that.
Yeah.
If you're getting into different,
get different.
Get different.
Appreciate your difference.
Yes.
Stop fitting in.
Yes.
Because
you're not going to be like those guys.
We may look like the other families,
but we are not.
We are not.
Yes.
Our ball game to make this function, our functionality is totally different. Our roles in our children's life is very different. Some of us have co-parenting that we are doing with the ex.
Yes.
The others don't have. So if you want to force your family to look like the ordinary nuclear family and work like it, you're bound to fail. Just because you're scared to be different.
Which you are.
You are.
I find that so weird, but you are different.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
So the first thing I would want also just the society to understand, and the people in step families to understand, we are different. And the people in step families understand that you're different, choose your difference.
Yes.
Work according to it.
This is how we are.
Yes.
Yes.
And structure defines function.
Tell me.
There's no way you will take a fork and use it to take soup.
Imagine.
The structure of a fork was never created to eat soup.
Yes.
So our structure defines our functionality.
True.
So as members of step families units, we need to know that our structure, our dynamics defines our functionality.
Yes.
Now for the others, who have the other different types of families.
Families, yes.
Just because we are different does not mean dysfunctional.
And does not make us wrong.
No. And it does not mean dysfunctional.
Yes.
What makes a dysfunctional family is not its content.
No.
It's functionality.
It's functionality.
Yes.
Yes.
That is why, yes, even the other ordinary nuclear families have dysfunctional families.
Oh, friend.
Even in step families, we'll say we have dysfunctional families.
We do.
So it is, the dysfunctionality is not because of the stepness or the prefix before
family.
Yes.
Yes.
Whether I'm in a single family, that does not mean I am dysfunctional.
No.
I can create an environment that
exactly.
is
I mean, I was telling
safe.
you, one of the things I still find beautifully fascinating is every time I'm doing different, forms at school for my children, I realize that the school itself appreciates that what you call standard family is not a reality. No. So every other item is catered for.
That's awesome.
Who is the primary parent? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the school has accepted that not everybody goes to the same house where there's two adults, a his and a hers. And I like the fact that you're trying to work people into the fact that different is not wrong.
No, it's not.
But the truth is, there's a whole segment of society and Kenyan society that gets it. And they're like, let's roll. We just need to know. Who do we call? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And who do we call part 2?
Yes.
And who signs for the children? Stuff like that.
And you see,
functionality.
Yes. And I like that because the parents to be able to fill in this form without conflict must have accepted the difference.
Yes, we are different.
We are different.
We are different.
And for us to be the best parents for our child, or to give our child the best environment to thrive, we need to accept our function, our difference.
Exactly.
And let's put in this list and agree that I can be contacted or you can be contacted.
You can contact it, yes.
So also the parents need to have their game together for them to be able to fill in this form.
Yes.
Otherwise they miss out on it. They miss out on the option because they still want the society to look at them as standard, ordinary,
normal. I don't know what normal looks like.
Yeah.
So here's a question. If for any reason, one relationship has ended and another is about to begin, does it make sense to come to you even as you consider the move? Because at some point, I mean, remember, I find that sometimes, and other than in the case of death, you find that there is always a party who's ready to move on.
Yeah.
And there's a party that is like, no, this was not how the story is supposed to end.
Yeah.
So does it make sense to start the conversation with the two first before people move in and start bringing other people?
It depends with where you're seated.
Okay.
Because the dynamics of the relationships that I work with is a bit complicated.
Wow.
Are you an ex that was, I don't want to say you were left, but are you an ex that is ready to move on, or are you the ex that wants to move on?
Oh, wow.
And have you found somebody else ready to move on?
With.
So the needs of those two different people are totally different. However,
the conversation must still be had.
Yes. It is important that you heal. You seek healing.
Oh, yes.
Because of the relationship.
True.
No matter where you are, it is important to heal before you get into the next relationship.
And heal that relationship as well.
Yes.
You told me there's very many men and women today in blended family situations trying to fix something they did not break.
Yes. You can't fix what you didn't break.
Yes.
So, if you're in a blended family and your spouse has an ex,
yes,
please don't be that woman who says, huyu ex wako amekusumbua sana, wacha nikuje nikusaidie kufix it.
No.
I'm going to complete this for you. No. It is his responsibility
to go and fix that,
or her responsibility.
Yes.
To fix
that. The last one.
Yes, the last one.
Yes.
And seek healing.
Yes.
For it. There are people that will not be ready to fix with you.
True.
That's understandable, but try.
No, you must, the gesture must be made.
Yes.
I think for me that is important.
Yes.
Now I remember I've said this to somebody just recently. I said, I need you to buy so-and-so dinner. They looked at me like, I said, we're adults. There's the other thing called adulting,
Yeah.
I don't think blended families are for the vacuous, fickle, or non-adults.
No.
If you don't want to be an adult, don't do this.
No, don't do this.
Yes. Be a grown-up.
You have to be a grown-up.
But you have to be a grown-up.
Yes, and I always say, you know, there are ex-wives, ex-girlfriends, ex-husbands.
There are many.
But we don't have ex-parents.
Or
and we do not
ex-children.
have ex-children. That is why you have to adult up. You can end the love ship relation. That ship, it can drown.
Go. Yes, yes.
But the parent-child ship,
there's never an ex-parent.
No.
And there'll never be an ex-child.
No.
There can be an ex-husband,
yes,
an ex-wife,
yes,
ex-girlfriend,
yes,
ex-boyfriend, but there are no ex-children.
So you have to define your role. That now our role from the love ship has changed, but our role as parents has not changed.
I have met great adults who, I remember a friend of mine the other day said, you know, one of the things her divorce gave her is that she said, finally she could parent with her ex. And she said, we're just great friends.
Yeah.
We're just so good together. As parents, this other thing could not work anymore.
Yeah.
But you know how grown up you have to be to...
And how much work, self-work you've done.
To understand. Imagine it is not going to end the way it was envisioned.
Yeah.
One thing, it ran its course. And now we must do the next.
And especially putting our kids first.
Oh, and they put their children first.
That is very important.
Yes.
The other thing, Carol, that I think is very important to mention, as much as our families are also different, no matter what prefix is put before my family, our end goal is the same.
It is.
That at the end of the day, we want to raise emotionally balanced kids.
That's all.
What I need to, the structures I need to put in place in my house.
Good people.
Yes.
Imagine, because they're now going to vote one day.
Exactly. So the structures that I need to put in my house for me to achieve a good person might be different from the structure you put in your house because of the difference.
Yes.
But the end goal is that I want to raise an emotionally balanced and responsible adult. I owe this to the society. You owe this to the society.
Yes.
If we fail at that, then your child will not be safe because Jackie did not raise their child well.
I know, but also we fail humanity.
We fail humanity.
Yeah.
So as much as we are different, our end goal is the same. We want to have happy families.
Yes, we do.
And we want to have kids who are responsible adults at the end of the day.
Yes.
And when your child and my child meet, my child loves your child, ish. Let's say they'll not ask, you came from which family?
Yes.
Oh, yours was a step.
Okay. No, we don't want you.
No, I don't do step.
I don't do step.
No. Yeah. So I owe it to the society to raise.
How long have you done this? Working with blended families.
I have been
You yourself have been part of it for 16 years.
Even just doing my journey. Because I had to learn it.
Yes.
For me to also realize that I'm in a different family, it took me time because when you get in, you're in love and you know love will work.
True.
And the standards I have of how family work
you
was
must
the
have been
ordinary.
20-something. You must have been 20-something.
Going to my 30s.
By the way you get to your mid-30s, you're like, all right, things don't quite work like that.
No.
Yes, it's time to get structured.
I had to learn that my dynamics are different. Parenting here is different. There's co-parenting, which my parents, whatever I have learned from my parents, didn't do it.
Yes.
And I have to do it because of the benefits of my children in the house. I had to learn that the game is totally different. And then I realized, Jackie, how many people out here are trying to parent
to do this
the way I used to do it.
Blindfolded.
Thinking that, okay, I'll be a mother just like my mother was. I'll be a what?
No.
So I had to learn this the hard way and read about it. So I think I've done this for maybe more than 10 years.
Well done.
Before I started supporting other people, I had to really find information for myself.
So how does it work? And of course, I expect everybody to find you and find your website. Do you do it family per family? Do you do the parents? Do you do the children? And also, I guess you say network. Do you also allow other blended families to get together once in a while? How do you do it?
The premarital class is for couples.
Yes.
Who come and have a basic standard
Ujamana kuja na watatu, mimi niko na wawili. Twende.
No.
No, I mean, what do? I mean, this guy's coming to me. He's got 3 children. I'm coming with 2.
It's for you guys to get the understanding of how it works.
Okay.
The dynamics that you're getting into.
Wow.
And create a plan. Start having the discussions that you should have instead of waiting until there's conflict.
But we will come to you to help us draw that roadmap.
Yes. So that is what the course is about.
Fantastic.
The premarital class is about.
It is the roadmap.
Yes.
Yes, because now you understand.
As a couple to create a roadmap for yours.
Niko na watatu.
Yes.
And you're like, na mimi niko na wawili.
What does that mean?
I know.
Now that is, they should get, what does that journey mean? You know, that is when you have another child, a mutual child.
Yeah, yes, I know.
You call him and say, darling, your son and my son are beating our son.
That's a good one. Oh, wow.
Yeah. You know, if you don't have a roadmap, you will have the my son, your son, our son.
Yes.
And any family that is so segmented like that,
functionality.
Now that becomes dysfunction.
That is dysfunction. Yeah. So we start there with the adults.
Start with the adults. How do we find a roadmap? And what does it mean? This decision that you've made. As right now, maybe you're looking at each other from love
I
eyes.
know.
But what does this mean? As a couple, coupleness can survive so well when you're just dating.
Just the two of you.
Because everything at that time,
it's beautiful.
It revolves around you.
In fact, the world disappears.
Yeah. When you get into the house, every other thing that happens, even the things that happen to your mother-in-law, affects you.
Imagine.
So everything else can affect the relationship. So your coupleness is going to be put into tests that you've never experienced.
Proper.
Yeah. That is why they need a roadmap.
roadmap.
We have a program for stepmoms. Stepmoms.
Are you taking notes? She has a program for stepmoms. And then she has a program for the two of you who are so in love, but you keep forgetting. You had 2, he's coming with 3.
And we need to rubber stamp our relationship with one.
Yes, by the way. Is that also necessary?
I've met couples who don't really need it.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
They're okay with
the one
you
called our son together is now having a fight with your son.
And my...
Okay, so there's that, and then there is just for stepmoms.
Yeah,
and why do you have that?
Because moms, no matter the prefix, spend a lot of time with kids.
True.
Yeah. And I'm sure if you ask a lot of people, they'll tell you it is easy to be a stepfather than a stepmom. Because men, in their nature, will be out of home and the house for a long time.
I like to say men travel light.
Yes.
Men travel light.
So the people who are actually bearing the brand is a woman.
Is the woman.
Yes. So a stepwoman.
And even for this one, the blended family, once again, its ability to thrive or not will still be put on her.
Yeah.
Just as it would be in any other.
And even this negative judgment is more on the stepmother
on her,
than the stepfather.
Yes.
In fact, anamlipianga school fees. You know, the society can just say, analipanga school fees ya mtoto ambaye si wake.
That's a good man.
That's a good man. That's finished.
I love us.
Yeah, that's okay. But for a woman, every day you're doing homework with them, you're relating to them, you're cooking, you're giving punishment. It's a very delicate line.
So that's why you have a class for stepmoms.
So that is why we have one for stepmoms. And I have also a step couple counseling program that is individual, custom made for whatever problem you'd be going through at that time. Because the classes might have a program that is generic. At times you want to talk about, this is our issue, Jackie. What do we do? This is what we are facing.
Yes, because the classes are generic, but then there's also
one-on-one
issue
that I think we
need a sidebar.
Yes. So at the end of the day, all these programs are to help these individuals to create emotionally balanced family environments.
Yes.
No matter what.
Yeah.
When kids are older enough, if you are getting married with kids that are older enough, you can bring in the kids that we talk to.
So we also talk to them.
Yes.
How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that?
What are your concerns? what's scary.
Yes. Will
Because
I be able to see my mom? Will my mom do this? Yeah.
It's not easy to be a stepchild.
No.
Yeah. There's also stigma that they face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this marriage that brought a lot of happiness to their bio parent was a seal that now they realized, these people are actually not getting together.
Yeah.
My dream is done.
Yeah.
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 So you actually need to also put that in mind.
In your head.
Yeah. So that you create a safe environment for the children to be supported, to be reassured.
Yes.
Don't bring in a lot of changes, drastic changes. You know, I'm the new mother in this house.
So therefore, schools change today, this changes, this changes, that
should go.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, you have to be very sensitive. And especially if you're getting married to...
I felt all of you looking at me because women are like that. You get into a house and like, we cannot continue to live with her furniture.
No. Yeah. Those curtains, especially when you're getting into a marriage with a widow, where these parents have lost, you really have to be careful about the changes that you bring in and how you come in. Yeah. So,
Meskia, could you find her and then read the book?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you recommend? I recommend reading the book.
Yes.
And then picking up the phone and calling Jackie.
No problem.
I recommend that. Yeah?
Good.
I think read it. Because, you know, there's a lot of things we hypothesize about until you see it in black and white. You're like, wacha. Because there's the ex-etiquette. Yes. I love that. How do you deal with her or him?
Yeah. Because, you know, that they're part of your family. You know, the way we were just having this conversation and you're saying when we wed, we are marrying the whole community.
But hey, people joke with marriage. I said, let me tell you, in your 20s, it's an event. When you grow up, you're like, so even the guy who gets drunk, and then he's found in a ditch, that too is your rela.
Yeah, because he's
you can't
your
say
husband.
He's people.
Yeah, no, he's your
Imagine you marry everybody.
Yes.
Yes, it's not a joke.
So an ex does not go away, especially when there's a child.
Mumeskia. An ex does not go away.
Yeah.
So there's ex-etiquette.
Yes, does not go away. And also, don't badmouth her or him.
No, but why?
Especially in the presence.
And it was not your relationship to start with.
But they might do things to get to you.
But that's why there is a chapter called "Connect Before You Correct."
Yes. They might do things to disgust you.
Yes.
But look for friends where you can anika her or him.
Yes.
But not in the presence of the child.
No.
Because no matter how bad, you might be right.
Yes, by the way, she is.
You might be right or he's bad.
But
not in the presence of the child.
Out of the
There's a very important... Ama too, you just talk about it, but he's hearing. Even if you're not saying it directly.
Not allowed.
Even when they're not there, they're very important.
So I'm going to leave you to hound Jackie, and then she calls me and she says, the one in Zumbua. I say, kill the website. Meanwhile, buy the book. And I recommend highly that when you buy the book, read it backwards. You know the way some of you read horoscopes first and sports pages? Go to chapter 7. And this is my recommendation.
Awesome.
The ex-etiquette is important. I think if you can't get past this, and it's a mental thing, you can't do forward. And this is how you introduce this chapter.
Yes.
The past cannot be changed, forgotten, edited, or erased. It can only be accepted.
Yeah.
Understood? You got it? Get the book, find her. Have a happy family.